Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath. It's been quite a while since I visited this one, and this is definitely one of those games that I've truly appreciated, really enjoyed over the years, and it's one that I like to really come back to once in a while, keep myself fresh, really kind of re-immerse myself with it. If you're familiar at all with me and my channel, you've known that I've gone through the entire global conquest, and we've done several skirmishes together, including the single-player skirmishes and multiplayer skirmishes. This is just a bit of a refresher. I'm trying out a lot of new technology with this recording. Not only am I doing a normal YouTube recording, this is also being recorded live on Twitch. Twitch TV, if you're not familiar with, is a, let's say, broadcasting streaming service allowing anyone who wants to record video games or any sort of, I guess, video can post it automatically, and think of it like a television broadcast. If you're not familiar, check out twitch.tv. This isn't an advertisement for them, but there's a lot of really cool stuff out there. If you like a video game or a specific broadcaster for YouTube, they might have a Twitch channel. You can get a little more action out of them. So that having been said, I'm trying a lot of new stuff, so this is my first video with both of those technologies at the same time. So bear with me, we're just going to have a bit of fun in the process. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm thinking 1 versus 1. Sure, tournament coastlines sounds fair. I'm just going to do a quick one-on-one. Like I said, this is a lot of testing going on here. This is going to be fairly simple. Let's just get the team straight. GDI. GDI has always been my favorite against a non-player. I guess that seems fair. The two rivalries of all time matched up against each other. Actually, I just changed my mind. Let's see what other nice maps we've got. Oh, that one's good. Now, the difference between me broadcasting live and putting something on YouTube is this is slightly less refined. It's a little more ad hoc, it's a little less practiced, because I'm also seeing people text me with the chat window at the same time. So if the dialogue seems a little more jaded, you're going to know why. Let's see, balance seems fair. I think a nod rusher seems more the style of nod. So let's just go ahead and get started. Oh, let's check the rules. 10,000, no random crates, max game speed. Sounds perfect. Global Defense Initiative has been 9 times out of 10 how I've played every C&C game ever, so I certainly don't mind. I do enjoy Nod's tactics, but GDI has been my favorite. Graphics look good. I like how it looks.
Construction complete.
Okay, so let's talk tactics. We've got our own Tiberium pile here. We've went to the south, that's very close to us still. And it looks like we've got a couple of piles in the center. You can see in the mini-map where I'm scrolling around. We have the enemy's secondary Tiberium pile to their north and their primary to the south. So this is fairly evenly matched and mirrored. What we do have in the center is a large city complex. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a surveyor online immediately. That's going to allow us to deploy quickly to the center. At the same time, we're going to attempt to expand our economy here as quickly as we can. Don't forget, we're up against a rusher. They're going to use that to their fullest advantage.
Building.
We're going to go ahead and get a war factory here so we can start cranking out harvesters. We have our surveyor. Let's go ahead and plunk him down.
Sure thing.
Right there, and we're going to give him the unpack command holding Alt. That's going to allow him to deploy when he gets to the location. We're going to set up guard towers immediately, a barracks, and try to hunker down there as quickly as we can.
Construction complete.
Really right now we're aiming for is we're not aiming for a permanent defense.
Building.
We're not trying to get high tech and crazy. We just want something solid we can hunker down and get moving.
Construction complete.
Power plants, that's all I'm going to spend my money on right now. We're going to queue up a barracks and a watchtower, and that's going to give us enough stuff to drop immediately.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay, we have our buildings ready. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel these so we can finish that third harvester. Because it's going to take a little bit for our surveyor to deploy.
Let's get to that tip zone.
Perfect.
Building.
Now we can start working on the structures we need. We're going to get a good amount of income with the harvesters we've got. Next thing we're going to want to concentrate on is a second refinery. But for right now, like I said, we're up against a rusher. We want to make sure we occupy these buildings with some rocket infantry, and make sure we start to garrison some of this land with some these watchtowers. If we layer this defense properly, we're going to have a pretty solid defense to start.
Missile squad
Construction
ready for
complete.
Now, I'm
combat.
under the assumption they may have flame troops by the time they attack, so we're not going to put a ton of missile troopers in these structures. We're just going to spread them out a little bit. We want a good amount of coverage first.
Building. Building.
This right here is a pretty solid defense for a lot of low-tech stuff.
Construction
Unless they're
complete.
bringing a ton of vehicles or a lot of very
Construction
specific
complete.
infantry, this is going to be enough, to be absolutely honest. Let's go ahead and get that there.
Building.
Okay, time to work on our biggest costed thing is another refinery. Now, since we're already kind of putting a stake in these Tiberium piles, we can't really call them safe, but it's good that we're starting to establish ourselves early on. Looking good so far. Okay, we got some waiting, meaning we definitely need a second refinery online.
Construction complete.
There's that. You're almost done, so I'm not going to worry.
Careful.
I think for the most part we're going to keep our harvesting operations in our main base. In case we have to lose or retreat
Building.
this secondary base we got going on, we still have our primary harvesting back at HQ. So I'm not too worried, we're not going to lose too much. But now that we're sitting around and we've got some extra cash,
Training.
it's time to start
Construction
fortifying up a
complete.
bit. What are these, Guardian? Yeah, Guardian cannons. We'll drop a Guardian cannon or two, make sure that we diversify. That's something that I always mention. Always, when you're attacking or defending, whenever you play a Command and Conquer game, or really any strategy game, you want to make sure that you diversify.
Missile squad ready for combat.
One of the worst things you could do is build a ton of a single unit and then get
Building.
outclassed. Just because rock, paper, scissors, think of it that way. You keep playing rock when you play rock, paper, scissors, it's not going to matter.
Construction
Your
complete.
opponent's going to choose paper every single time and
Building.
just kick your butt.
Building.
Now, in case any engineers got through, we're not going to leave this base completely defenseless. We're going to drop 1 or 2 watchtowers here.
Construction complete.
Good radius like this. It's going to be more than enough to take care of any engineers.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
Let's get these power plants upgraded. Last thing I
Construction
want to do when it's
complete.
go time is worry about those.
Building.
See one there, good coverage. We're going to dump another one right about here. Pretty solid coverage. Not quite 100%, but certainly more than enough. Or at least enough for what we need. Okay,
Training.
time to work on some actual military.
Training.
Whenever I play GDI, I like to complement my armored battalions with some APCs and some rocket infantry. What that really allows with is the APCs have their mine drop ability, which is awesome to secure tight areas. The APC comes with a machine gun, and then when you fill them with rocket infantry, it gives it a really nice mix as a unit.
APC ready for
New
combat.
construction options.
We're going to get our 5 APCs, we're going to move them right to the front line, and that way we'll be mixing our land defense with some vehicles.
APC ready for combat. APC ready for combat.
Okay, we've got our 5. No problem. Let's make sure they're in the proper
APC
stance.
standing by.
For
Ready when
Command
you
and
are.
Conquer 3, the word stance really means how is
coming.
your unit reacting to
In
enemy
transit.
units or certain situations. A retreating stance or a hold fire stance won't really make them engage opponents, but if you have them in an aggressive stance, they'll attack above and beyond. They'll try to be more offensive, as if I had to explain
Select
that. Anyhow,
target.
radar
Enemy
scan.
base sighted. Stealth unit detected.
Okay, I don't see a whole lot of
Commander.
military here. But their military could be on the move, so we need to be
Right away.
careful and extra vigilant. But now that we've got the time and the
Building.
cash, now we can
Pay
start
attention.
teching up.
Listen up, missile squad. Launchers ready. Pay attention. Yes, sir.
Tiberium
APC,
field
what's the plan?
depleted.
I only built...
Personnel carrier. Commander, personnel carrier. Hang on.
Where's the 5th
Construction
APC?
complete.
APC
Stealth
standing by.
unit
Oh, there he
detected.
is, okay. This has been fairly an uneventful match. Especially considering we went up against a rusher. I
Building.
thought we'd have a little more something to worry about. We have a lot of tactics we could do here. We got a good amount of cash.
Enemy unit sighted.
Oh. Hey, there we go.
Building.
Ready when you are. Move in
Let's
on
get our
them.
APCs mobile, start to complement the
Our
defense.
base is under attack.
Stay on them. up.
Our APCs are fairly low value units, but they're going to do a lot of damage. Oh, they brought a lot of avatars. Holy cow.
Unit under attack. Construction.
Thank goodness we started to build up our higher costing defense.
Fire!
Oh yeah, these sonic wave emitters, no problem.
Stay on them. We have contact, sir.
Cannot deploy.
Commander,
Our base is under
stand by for
attack.
assault.
And of course the reason why I like to build mobile stuffs, we can actually retaliate to these laser cannons.
Move in on them. We have contact, sir. APC stands by.
Not too shabby.
Building.
Not too shabby at all. We didn't lose nearly as much hardware as they did, again, because we were smart about the way we defended.
Commander,
Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick off and clean off these husks. I don't like having these husks sitting around.
Right there.
Certain high-tech units, what they'll do is they'll leave what's called a husk. Let me just explain quick. You can use an engineer to take it over. These are avatar husks,
Enemy units
which
sighted.
allows you to occupy the enemy
Operations
unit
underway.
and then send it back against them. So I'm not too concerned about that, not too worried.
Personnel carrier.
We got enough gear on our own.
Training.
Wouldn't mind a rig. Oh, look at that. They're starting to deploy over here, trying to get some space of their own. Look at that. Good diverse defense is going to give this more than enough of a headache for them.
Our base is under attack. Unit
Oh,
lost.
crap. Get out, get out, get out.
Get them in your sights.
Flamethrower infantry will definitely screw
Stand by
up
for assault.
any infantry garrisoned structures, so we want to make sure that we get our missile squad out.
We have contact, sir.
Unit promoted. Repairing.
Stay on them.
Yeah, they're trying pretty hard here.
Hit them. Hit them.
I guess when I queued them up as rushers, I suppose what I expected was a lot of light, low-tech stuff quickly, and we didn't see that here.
APC, what's
Let's
the
go ahead and finish off some of this stuff. But what should be happening is they should be
Select
running low on
target.
resources,
Select target.
which is exactly
Enemy
what's
base
happening.
sighted.
They'll probably be moving north
Ready when you are.
to collect up the resource base that's pretty close there. As I said, the Tiberium base that's there. But aside from that, we've got a good chunk of
APC
resources
standing
under our control.
Harvesting operations.
What are you guys doing? Come on.
Ready to load.
Tap the good stuff. Now that we've got a bit of breathing room, it's time for us to seriously reconsider moving
Training.
our resource base.
We got it all right here.
What I do like to do as GDI is build a rig very close. What these rigs do is they deploy as small battle bases that can be used to repair and defend certain areas. So what I do is I usually put a rig in between my Tiberium piles and my refineries. That way my harvesters have to cross through the rig area and allow for a
Unit
bit of
under
healing.
attack.
So we're going to put the surveyor there.
Unit lost.
We have contact, sir.
Unit
Fire.
Gosh, they're trying to get with these avatars, huh?
building.
Let's make this quick. Right there.
Our base is under
Stay on
attack.
'em.
Repairing.
Hit them. Hit them.
No problem. Again, we're just going to do a little cleanup here.
Insufficient funds.
More times than not, what's happened in my situation, or from what I've seen on the
Unit under
battlefield,
attack.
the enemy will actually actively go back and reclaim the husks, giving them the unit
Ready when
again.
you are.
So it's better safe than sorry to do a little bit of tidying up,
Construction complete.
killing those husks ourselves, making sure the enemy cannot get those advantages.
We have contact, sir.
Rig ready to move out.
Okay, get our rig a little better deployed. No,
Moving.
I know I can put you somewhere. No?
Where we going? Moving.
Anywhere I can deploy you. There we go. No?
No wasting
Come on
time
back
now.
here. Thank you.
Personnel carrier.
Holy cow.
Right
Get our
away.
APCs close in there. That's going to give us free repairs. Let's get a refinery there. We're
Building.
going to get a second refinery online immediately. And instead of having our harvesters travel this much longer distance, you guys are almost full anyhow. We're just going to get you guys to harvest this close stuff. That's going to give us a much better rate of return.
Enemy unit sighted.
And what we can actually do is we can delete one of these refineries. Gives us a little bit of money back and frees up the electricity that we weren't going to use anyhow.
Commander?
Missile squad reporting.
Look at that, no problem.
Take him out. Personnel carrier.
So far, what did we lose?
Commander?
2
Construction complete.
Listen up, missile
APCs?
squad.
Not too bad so far.
Enemy unit sighted.
Personnel carrier.
Man, they are loving these avatars.
Ready weapons.
Our base is under attack.
Stay on 'em.
Stealth detected.
Oh, here come the harvs.
ABC, what's the plan?
This is where we're absolutely going to monopolize on them.
Training.
Wouldn't mind some zone troopers.
Training.
Let's
hold.
pass on the predators.
Cancel.
They're a little too
Training.
buggy for my taste.
Commander?
Unit
Oh, that's
promoted.
right. APCs don't have the active scan ability. However,
Quick!
the watchdogs do. Pit bulls. Watchdogs.
Personnel carrier.
That was kind of
Construction
close.
complete.
APC ready for operations underway.
Defensive structures also do have the scan ability, so we're going to build just a couple of watchtowers pretty
Building.
close.
Building. Select target. Construction complete. Enemy
APC
base
ready for
sighted.
combat.
Construction
Not seeing a whole lot of
complete.
base development.
The Redeemer has risen.
Now, a Redeemer, on the other hand, that makes this interesting.
Everything's
Unit
set.
under attack.
We're going to need some heavier stuff if we're going to have to deal with a Redeemer. So let's get these APCs moved up.
Troopers ready for
We
action.
do have our zone troopers, which are going to be
Right away.
perfect, considering the Redeemer is not very good against infantry by default. Now, unless they were smart enough to put flamethrowers in the Redeemer, but this is against an AI, I'm not expecting a whole lot. There we go. There's the guy.
Commander?
We're here.
Oh wow, that rage has some
We have
range.
contact, sir.
Wow, that actually kind of screwed up a bit of my army.
Training.
Stay on him. We have contact, sir. Ready to fly.
Construction
Target confirmed.
complete. Select
What we're actually going to do is we're going to use the shockwave artillery,
Make this quick.
Unit under attack.
which acts as an EMP.
Detected.
Did we get it?
Ready weapon.
Nope, I guess not.
Hit him. Hit him.
And they have some terrorists. Holy cow, this got a little crazy. Oh, yep, we did EMP him properly. That's awesome.
Personnel carrier. Stay on him. Ready for action. Ready when you are.
Perfect. Took him down without a whole lot of struggle. We're sitting pretty well still. We control a good majority of the resources. Base is under attack.
Ready for action.
Oh, some terrorists that got through. We still own a good amount of the territory, as I was trying to say. We've got great battlefield control. A lot of our base is still intact. For every second they are not harvesting resources, we
Ready
are.
for action.
And that's perfect.
Operations underway.
Troopers in the
Construction
field.
complete.
Okay, gonna get another watchtower or two up there, considering they've
Building.
proven that they're pretty jumpy
Careful
with
stuff. Okay.
the terrorists.
Construction complete.
I just knew the word for them and I just forgot it. The guys that explode.
Building.
Demolitionists, let's call it.
APC, what's the plan?
Construction
Personnel carrier.
complete.
Oh, we lost our rig.
Repairing.
APC standing by.
Harvester under
I
attack.
think you guys are pretty smart, huh?
Cancel.
We're gonna go ahead and get a
ABC,
sonic
what's the
emitter
plan?
down there.
Training. Training. Stealth
Hit him.
detected.
Hit him. Ready when you are.
No problem.
We have contact, sir.
We're gonna delay here for about another minute or two, make sure that we've got all their harvesters, and then just move in for the kill.
Construction
However,
complete.
until we do
Enemy
that,
base sighted.
we can easily
Select
start doing some
target.
shenaniganry like this, considering we've got the cash. A couple of zone troopers in the back of anyone's base will really ruin their day.
Right.
Make sure we get them on aggressive stance. They're not very good against infantry, so that's something we need to keep in mind.
We got this
The
there.
harvester down.
Unit under attack.
So whenever we destroy
Our base is
structures, we
under
need to make sure that we take care of the infantry. What do you guys call it? What do you guys call it? Ah, come on.
We got this there. I'll check it out.
You'd be amazed how just a few $1,000s in the right spot at the right time can really pull it off for you.
Trying to control him.
Yep, no problem.
Troopers ready for
We're just going to
action.
ride these guys as far as we
What do you
can.
need?
See what we can really do with them.
Take that. Let's do it.
Keep in mind that we've done no real attacking on our own. This has just been a, you know, what was this, 4,500? Yeah, 4,500.
Unit under attack.
Oh,
Unit
they have an avatar
lost.
right there.
Simple. We hear you.
Or it's a laser
Got
cannon. Excuse me.
Sit tight.
We're going to go ahead and clean up the MCV. I usually like to leave it for last,
ABC
you know, like the
standing by.
sweetest bite of the cake. I want to make sure that you don't spoil it
Move
early.
in on 'em.
But I don't think it matters at this point. We have enough gear. We're cranking out the GDI patented Mammoth tank technology. Absolutely awesome.
That mammoth take us down.
Select target.
Troopers in the field.
You'd be amazed how often the shockwave artillery has helped, and not even by dealing damage, but by paralyzing units. We just demonstrated that against their Redeemer. It's awesome. Even like 2 or 3 extra seconds to buy you some time, hammer out that extra damage, not a problem.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. We've been doing this for so long, we have more zone troopers.
Here, want some more? Let's do
Unit
it.
under attack.
Okay, what's over here?
Enemy unit sighted.
Yeah, get that
Unit
guy.
lost.
We got this.
Okay, they have a few of them.
Select
Right now what we're going to
target.
do is we're going to use the orbital strike. I should actually take care of those units. Assuming it hits any of them. That's one of the problems with that ability. You can't guarantee you're going to hit what you actually want.
Moving.
Alright, we have our plan A, this attack. We have our plan B, some zone troopers in the rear. Now we need to work on plan C. We've got the cash. There's no reason why we shouldn't start building 2 or 3 contingency plans. Let's go ahead and try to get some of these guys in somewhat of a formation.
Let's get to the front.
Let's just go ahead and attack.
Construction complete.
Okay. We got the time, we got the
Unit under
cash,
attack.
let's get building.
New construction
We're going to get a couple of
options.
airfields up and some Firehawks. Firehawks, if you're unfamiliar, are the GDI version of a bomber. Nod has the Vertigo bomber, GDI has
Construction
the
complete.
Firehawk. So, we're going to spend some money, get some upgrades, and go ahead and queue up all these bombers to build
Silence
while we
needed.
wait.
Mammoth.
Or, I should say, as we're attacking.
We got this one.
Get our entire army together. Good mix of the Mammoths for anti-vehicle, the APCs for anti-infantry, and of course the Zone Troopers for anti-structure. Also great against vehicles too. Let's go ahead and do a scan. I'm going to assume they moved up here. I would be absolutely right. That's the rest of their base. So they didn't spend a whole lot of time defending their primary HQ. Bit of a mistake on their part, but we'll show them what they did wrong. Through force.
Unit under attack.
Okay. We're still sitting on a bunch of
Our
cash.
base is under attack.
Oh.
Building. Repairing.
Cheeky little buggers. What I was going to say, what we can do with all that extra cash is start working on our research. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't capitalize
Building.
on the advantages that we've received. So we're going to get a
Building.
watchtower or
Upgrade
2 set up
complete.
here. Make sure that we're not victim of that again.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Building. Building.
And I'm sure one more is going to do the ticket.
Construction
Now, what we
complete.
certainly could have done is we could have capitalized completely and built our
Construction
ion
complete.
cannon. That would have definitely turned the tide more permanently in our favor, but I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Let's go ahead and get you guys in formation. I'd like the Mammoth tanks first. If you've ever used the formation grid, you hold the left button and the right button together on the mouse, and this allows you to build your units into a sort of a, a formation. What we can see right now is the heavier units, the vehicles are moving up to the front, the Mammoth tanks and the APCs are going to take the brunt of the damage, with the less armored infantry in the rear. What that's going to do is it's going to allow hopefully everyone to provide the maximum amount of damage and ensure the maximum amount of
Enemy
survivability.
unit sighted.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yes, sir. Armor
Upgrade
superiority.
We're going to stop right there because we have a whole mess of these beautiful little guys.
All set. Firehawk on its way. Here.
And in addition to the Firehawks themselves, we
take that
also
area.
have the Stratofighter upgrade. This allows them to instantly teleport to anywhere on the battlefield that you can see.
Acknowledged.
Let's go ahead and give them a hell of a shell shock,
Upgrade
shall we?
complete. Enemy base sighted.
Firehawk standing
Enemy
by.
unit sighted.
Good. We're clear.
Didn't take it out, but
Let's get
certainly
to the
woke them
front.
up. We're going to move in with the rest of our army, not even going to just give them
Upgrade
orders.
complete.
They're already in
Our
aggressive
base is
stance,
under
they should be able to handle this well on their own.
Unit promoted.
Again, solid mix of attack. It's definitely what's going to pull this one through.
What do you have?
Bomber standing by. Looking good. All set.
Want to make sure that the rest of our units are ready to go if necessary. I really love the Stratofighter upgrade because as they're refueling, we can tell them to take off, teleport immediately to where we're attacking, and they're ready to go.
We'll take that area. Up and over.
Enemy defeated. You are
Didn't even need 'em.
victorious.
And that's it. Go through the stats real quick here. We capitalized on units pretty much the whole game. Nod had more structures, that's probably exactly where they built their second base, and Nod also had more resources. Now the reason why that probably occurred is I bet you any money. So right around here is probably when they started to build their second base, about 5, 6, 7 minutes in. This is also right about when they start passing us in resources. This right here is probably the mark where we said, you know what, our first pile's okay, we'll just have them do the long haul, which is probably a bad choice, but because we didn't spend a lot of money on a second base there, we were able to defend ourselves. Probably also denoted with the sharp declines of units on Nod's side. So you have the pros and cons, you have both differences. Do you go heavy on the D, heavy on the O? How do you work it out? And then of course, how do you manage your resources? I think we did pretty well here. There's not a single time where we said we're so strapped for cash we can't operate. That was important. Check out the stats real quick. We lost 11 structures, mostly the light guard towers. I know we lost a power plant at our primary base. Not a huge deal. Units created, units lost. We were about, let's see, how many killed? So it was almost 4 to 1. We killed about 4 units to every 1 unit we lost. Not too shabby. So that's right, I forgot the breakdown was here. 3.76, that's about right. Missile Squad makes great support units. No contest there. So that worked out real nice. What else is down here? Oh, resources gathered. Okay. So that worked out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. This has been a lot of fun for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed it on Twitch and, of course, YouTube. And I'll have this video up probably within a day or two. Again, if there's anything you'd like to see, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on YouTube, hit me up all these places I'm present. And let me know if there's something specific you'd like to see. Any tips, any tricks, happy to share. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.